Hi everyone and welcome back to online tutorials. So in today's unit, or episode 3, we'll be talking through setting and achieving goals, which is unit 3. In the previous unit we were talking about pathways to success, and the first videos I put out were on introduction to life coaching. I'll post the links below so you can follow that through. So let's do this. Unit 3, setting and achieving goals. Okay, so according to Carl Sandburg, nothing happens unless first a dream. Now, our goals and visions are first dreamt in our mind, whether they are what we wear or eat, or as grand a vision as we have for our life. Seeing the image is the starting process to planning. Now, there's been a number of dedicated models to boost motivation and help achieve our goals. One is the SMART method or model, and the other one is the T-GROW model. So, if I write out SMART for you. So, I'm going to go through each of one of these. So, every goal should be expressed in a positive manner and should follow this SMART model. So this is one of the models. So you want to make sure, if you're say working with your client, you want to make sure the client or your goal is specific in this first point. So they need to be clear on what you want to achieve. The goal must also be measurable, which is the second point here. So you must be able to measure what that improvement is and how much you have actually made towards that goal. Third, it needs to be achievable. So in a sense that it can be attained. And we spoke about motivation in a previous video, where smaller goals will help increase confidence and motivation. Realistic. So the goal needs to be realistic. It needs to be realistic and relevant to them. And so any goal set needs to be set by the client. It needs to be relevant and realistic to them, rather than other people. Lastly, the goal needs to be time bound. There must be a limit or a time in which this goal must be completed. For example, if you said just to yourself, you want to complete this course, but saying to yourself you're going to complete this course, it has all the specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, realistic, but if it's not time bound, then there's no point in that. It'll go on forever and you're not really holding yourself accountable. So that's the SMART model. We also have the T-GROW model, so I'll put down T-GROW here. So that's topic, goal, reality, options, and W for way forward. So you can. This is another kind of mind mapping or brainstorming exercise where you want to find out what goals you can achieve. And so it's important to paint a picture of a client's situation and then focus on what they like to achieve in the here and then in the now. In the now. And so there should be a couple of primary goals which you want to work on. So if we was to go through these, so initially you want to think about the larger topic of what you want, and you break it down into smaller bites that are your new goals. And then a client can use the goals explored within a topic to list a few them what they would like to achieve. Now, having found their primary goals, you want to look at the current reality. What is the current situation? Kind of think of obstacles that may get in the way of achieving these goals. And they need to find out solutions that could possibly overcome these obstacles. The next stage is to focus on the options. So these are the opportunities that you have to make the goals more attainable. You can explore who and what may help you to get these goals. And the use of visualization and relaxation can help open this unconscious part of the mind. So when you're with your coachee, which is quite helpful for creative input. Now finally, you need to look for a way forward. This allows if you're leveraging this or present this to the client, you want them to think about multiple choices that they can have and begin to form like a strategy to achieving that goal that you set here, from the topics to the goal. And that's the two models. Now we're going to setting aims and objectives. We do this every new year. We set ourselves a list of aims for the new year, and it kind of helps to set off a positive motion. You want to almost do the same thing when you want to achieve a goal. You need to put down a list of objectives that you want to achieve. It may be that you want freedom, or you want to be more altruistic in life. So with the client, when you speak about setting aims and objectives, you can bring in your own personal experiences, and you can form personal mission statements. It's a mission statement being a legacy of what you want to leave behind. So, for example, I want to be, I want to achieve A grades in all my subjects. And your mission statement, your legacy you want to leave behind, to show everyone that no matter how hard things are, and no matter what support, no matter how hard things are back at home, I've managed to achieve these grades by focusing and doing hard work. So that's the personal mission statement you can put out. Now, another way to help yourself or the client get these goals is the mind map. It's pretty easy. You can have the clients place a keyword in the center and brainstorm ideas that are associated with that word. And it could sometimes heighten problem solving skills, find solutions quickly. Okay, so today's all about goal setting activities, and there are a few models. So there's a model called the Oscar model. I'll just write this down here. Oscar. So that's outcome, situation, choices, actions, review. So what's the outcome your client requires? If we were to apply this, what's the current situation, choices, and what is happening now? So we're still in a situation. So if it's what's the current situation, what's happening now? And then what choices do they have right now? What have they done so far? What's worked? What didn't? And how can they build on this? And then actions, what actions will they take, and what are they planning to do, and then eventually review. So how will they review this progress? You can use a cost-benefit analysis. What's the cost and benefits of achieving this goal? What opportunities and potentials and obstacles you have, and what can they build on their strengths and overcome any challenges. So this is the Oscar model. Now, it's important, so setting goals and objectives is to tackle the issue of failure. So an important thing we need to let our clients know in life coaching is that failure, apologies, let's write that bigger. Failure is not equal to end. You need to let the client, instill the fact that failure is not the end, and a client can bounce back from any setbacks and actually become stronger. You need to remind clients of the successful people that have bounced back from failures and done amazing things. And failure is a reaction, not an outcome. It's your client's reaction to feedback that will determine your success or failure. Changing the goal, redefining success, or taking the corrective actions may be considered failure. And you should give them simple examples, very, very simple examples of failure. I mean, who on their first attempt could walk, talk, drive a car, play an instrument, or ride a bike? It's practice that makes perfect. Now, failure, when is it that things go wrong? I think it's important to focus on the causes and not the symptoms. Was it due to poor planning, lack of commitment, lack of support,